Part 2, this 3:15:11 Sports Vlog. Now, I'm going to talk about the Knicks at Hawks, which was an impressive game. But first, some highlights from NBA.com.
Let's check out the Knicks at the Hawks. Now, remember, New York losers to Cleveland, and Atlanta beat Chicago their last game at home. So, you know, this could be a very interesting one. Obviously, the Knicks want to come out and get a win. Carmelo Anthony poked in the eye. Still without Chauncey Billups, of course, the Knicks.
And Al Horford just trying to take out one more New York Knick.
Josh Smith, he's returned from that knee sprain and backing down Amari there. New York was up 3. Tony Douglas finding Landry Fields.
No card.
Stanford in the house. 15 points for Fields in the game. And Stoudemire had a game. 26 for him. Nice spin move here. High off the back of the rim. 40-37 Knicks with the lead. Jamal Crawford and one. 33 times he has made a 4-point play. That's an NBA record.
Don't foul a three-point shooter and come nowhere near Jamal Crawford.
Melo misses. We're going to run. Joe Johnson spins and off the glass. He had 14 in the game. Atlanta up 5. Marvin Williams turning the ball over, but gets back on defense, and watch this. Oh, get it out, Carmelo. The block, and then,
Unlike making up for a turnover by making a defensive play, that's what Marvin did.
Off the Knicks miss. Wow.
All you have to do for him is throw it somewhere in the gym, and he'll go up and get it.
That's on a bad knee, right? Jamal Crawford, little crossover, knocking down the jumper, making it a 1-point game.
One of the most dangerous in the game, Brevin.
They supposedly outlawed that crossover move, but his still here.
Sean Williams for 3. Look at the pass from Amari. Over the shoulder to the wide open shooter. Yes, New York's lead was 12 at that point. A 21-2 run in the fourth quarter, what did it for the Knicks. That'll usually do it for you. 92-79, the final score. So the Knicks win without Billups. They did it against the Hornets. Then, of course, again, lost to Cleveland. Now they win this one. Josh Smith averages 17 points and 7 assists against the Knicks this season. But
now for the Knicks, Carmelo Anthony had a quiet game with 14 points. Sean Williams came off the bench and chipped in with 12 points. Kirk Heinrich for the Hawks had 15 points. Sixth man of the year last year, Jamal Crawford, came off the bench and chipped in with 14 points. Former Knick Jamal Crawford is still doing it big in Atlanta. But now for the Knicks keys. They had 38 rebounds compared to the Hawks' 34, which means they out-rebounded them, which means that was pretty good. Jared Jeffries, Ronny Turiaf, Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony, Landry Fields, probably all out-rebounded people like Al Horford, Jay Smooth, Zaza Pachulia, and even, I guess, Marvin Williams can even get rebounds, and Joe Johnson, since he's so tall. And they out-rebounded basically all of their big men. And also, the Knicks shot 44% from deep. So, basically, they utilized their offense pretty well. Along with ball movement, the Knicks kind of, a little sloppy. But the Hawks, as I'm going to mention right now, had too many turnovers as well. They had 19. I think the Knicks had like 15 turnovers, which isn't bad compared to 19. And especially since the Knicks are a fast-paced team, they're not a half-court set. They're a fast-paced team. They like to run and gun. For the Hawks, Horford couldn't get it going as well. He was 2 for 8 with 4 points. That's not good. Which means Amari Stoudemire or Jared Jeffries or someone off the bench like Ronny Turiaf had him on lock. And he said he was trying to score, but he just couldn't get it done. And speaking of not scoring, now I'm going to talk about the disappointing for Jazz fans but impressive to Knicks fans Jazz at Knicks game. But first, some highlights from NBA.com.
The Knicks are looking to win back-to-back games for the first time since Carmelo Anthony arrived in New York via his trade. Devin Harris, he was a part of the big trade. that sent him from New Jersey to Utah. Chauncey Billups out for his 4th straight game after that contact in Orlando. First quarter action, Tony Douglas on the run. Tony Douglas, nice shot and the foul. He had 12 points in quarter number 1. New York up 28-14. 12 points in quarter number 1 is good. Carmelo Anthony had 13 points in the first quarter. Knicks up 36-18. Al Jefferson inside, misses the layup, gets the putback. Yeah, Al Jefferson was better than Carmelo and Tony Douglas. He had 14 points in the first quarter. Anthony Carter in quarter number 2 over to Amari Stoudemire. Listen to these numbers, 12 of 15 from the field. That is efficient. Gordon Hayward to Derek Favors. That's rookie to rookie, and Derek Favors 16 points and 8 boards. Knicks lead down to 12, 47-35. Check the hustle from Landry Fields here. Going into the stands trying to save the ball. The rookie continues to find a way to make an impact. Still in the second quarter, Carmelo outside, 3-pointer. That's good. He had 21 points in the first half. Knicks up 64-48 as we take you into the third quarter. And in that third quarter, Landry Fields passing to Tony Douglas, and Tony Douglas, yeah, he'll take that 5 of 7 from deep on the night. Knicks up 77-54, just controlling the game. Then it's Amari Stoudemire driving to the hole, tough move there, and draws the foul. He had 31 points on the night. Knicks up 87-56. They got the stars out. There's Joe Frazier. What an impact he made in the Garden. Spike Lee there, Kevin Bacon, Larry Johnson, all the stars back in New York. And a lot of the reason, that guy right there, Carmelo Anthony, just knocking down threes, 4 of 5 from deep. He led the Knicks with 34 points. Here's another jumper. It was only outdone by Al Jefferson, who scored 36 in a losing effort, but it's the Knicks all over the Jazz. They win this one 131-109. New York's won 2.
Now, the Knicks got a blowout victory, pretty much, as you saw in the video. And now I'm going to mention that C.J. Miles chipped in with 12 points for the Jazz. That's it. The rest of the Jazz were left in, like, some single figures, so to speak. And the video basically mentioned all the people. Al Jefferson. For the Knicks, Tony Douglas had 20 points. Sheldon Williams came off the bench in garbage time with 13 points. Now, for the Jazz, they shot too many threes, 26.3% from deep. That is definitely not good. And especially if your star point guard, Devin Harris, couldn't get it going. He only had 4 points. Devin Harris couldn't get it going because he would drive and he wouldn't get calls. He would shoot threes and he would miss, contributing to the first key I mentioned. You can't take too many threes on an up-and-coming defensive team like the Knicks. I think the Knicks are starting to become a more defense than offense. The offense is there, but they're trying to establish more defense. For the Knicks, everything went right. Defense was clicking, offense was clicking, ball movement. They got the 3 going, and basically they came out with more urgency. The Jazz body language was horrible, and it was basically like, then why are you guys playing tonight? Y'all look tired. Y'all supposed to show energy, show a sense of urgency, like Amari Stoudemire said earlier in the season. But the Jazz didn't come out with that, but the Knicks did. The Knicks came out like they desired, or they were like hungry for the win. The Jazz didn't look hungry enough for the win, and it was really disappointing. But this sums up part 2 of the sports vlog, so check out part 3.